Okay guys, now today we're going to start how to use the Animation Pro to animate. Okay, now we try something very simple first. At least we understand the concept of how to use the bond tool and how to use the navigation point, the switch buttons to switch the different angle of the characters. Now for the very first one, how you start is you have to create the bond layer first, because everything is in the hierarchy. The bond is the very first one. Okay, now we're going to create a face. Okay, what is good about this software is that we can do a face turn. To do a face turn is very hard to use. Use frame to frame is very hard to create a face turn because you have to imagine every single of your face, different directions. So as for here, we can create a new bond tool. Okay, new bond tool. You see the bonds. Okay, and this is represent the vector layer. This is where you draw. So we're going to drop this vector layer into the bond tool because it's supposed to be under the bond tool. Okay, so how do you know that is this vector layer is under the bonds? Just click close. It is under the bond tool. Okay, so you see if you select the bond layer, you will see that the tool will become only for the bonds selections. If I select the vector layer, it will become back the drawing layers. So how I'm going to start here, I will start to rename first because name is very important. Let's say this one is face. Okay, now we start this with just get a simple shapes tool, round shapes, and we assign the color first. Let's go for brownish, yellowish characters. Draw a face. Okay, now I'm going to use this add point tool to add a few more point over here. Okay, so that I can create characters with this kind of face. Look at this. Okay, so next thing we are going to create an eye. So how to create eyes is to add another vector layer. Okay, vector layer and call it eye. EYE has two eye together. Now of course you can have a lot of sub layer under the eye. For example, the eyebrow, the all the eye features is inside the one layers. Okay, now then we do one simple first. So I'm going to use the shapes tool again. I'm going to change the color to white color inside. Okay, this is good. Then I'm going to change another one black color and draw another shapes inside the pupil. Okay, I'm going to move all together. Control A. Move this one inside. Okay, now how do I duplicate this eye to the next one? Now in Animation Pro, I found that we cannot press alternates. In Photoshop, in Illustrator, we can press alternate to duplicate, but this one we cannot. So we have no choice to Control C and Control V and bring out over here. Okay, so we have the eye here already. So I'll just bring it to read a bit. Okay, now we're going to start to create the switch bonds so that we can do some adjustment for this character, do some setting. So I go back to the bond layer first. Okay, make sure we have the bond layer here. Okay, the next thing is you're going to locate this add bond tool. This is only two selection we have because we have no bond at all. So I click add bond, just draw outside these characters without selecting anything. Okay, now how do we know that this thing is affected the drawing that we draw just now? So we can use this tool and we rotate. Okay, you see the whole character is moving. Okay, this is not what we want. Why the whole thing is moving? Because the strength of the bond tool is too strong. So what I can do here is to reduce the strength by selecting this tool by pressing, move your mouse to the left, or you can key in here 0. So we must have a 0 bond strength. Okay, let's take a look again. Now, nothing here. Now you see this bond is like moving all around. That we must make it like we can drag until here stop and here and stop. Okay, it's like a switch angle that we can use for switching the different angle. So what I'm going to do here, select the bond tool. Okay, and on top of the panel we select the angle constraints. By default it's negative 70 and 70. Okay, so close it. So we have this thing come out, the angle come out. So now we can have this thing reach until here and here. Okay, now until now what we learned just now, we draw all the vector drawing under the bond tool and we create a bond using this, and we reduce the bond strength and we select it and assign the angle constraints. Okay, now Next one, you're going to be a bit, I don't say it's very complicated. I think quite, you have to follow the step by step, okay? So what I'm going to do here is to assign this. So what I'm going to do is to go to Window and select Actions. Okay, in Action we have all this main line. The actions, in my own understanding, my own language, this is like create groups. In within the groups, what we want to do for these characters, what we can assign for these characters in within the groups. So I'm going to do here to add a new actions. Now you see this bond was named as B1. Okay, so that add a new action here, we should name it same B1. Okay, so we have this B1. Okay, then we're going to move these angles to the left first, okay, by selecting the B1, and now I select the eye at the vector layer. So what I want to do here is to move the eye to left, and this one also. Okay, and same goes, I think when we do some eye, we can actually make the eye smaller here this side, at least, so it looks more 3D. Okay, and of course the face also. So the center is here already, you see, right? Okay, so we have this. So we go back to layer, go back to the bond layer, and click the main line. Okay, so what I have over here, you see, the face is turned. Right? Okay. Now, so next thing what we're going to do, I want to do the other side. Same thing. Select, name the action tool. Now, you see, this bond tool is still under the B1. Okay. So this one. Oops. Rename this known as the B1/2 underscore 2. Depends how you name 2 or A or B, C, because within the bond you can have the different actions. So press OK. So what I'm going to do over here is to rotate this one to left, this one on the right hand side. Now we go back to the eye. We're going to do the same thing to move the eye to this side. Oops. And of course this one make it smaller. You see a lot of adjustment. This is what we mean the computer animations. So adjust the face, click the face layer, and the middle go to here. Okay, so click back to layer and double click at the main line. So let's try. Ding ding ding, ding ding. It looks real, right, for the face turn. Okay, can you do it in the face frame to frame animations? Yes, you can do, but sometimes a bit cha-cha, right? But this one is more accurate, right? The face is turned. If your storyboard you have any scenes that you want to include in the face that turn inside storyboard, please use this software. Okay, please use software that's a face turns. Of course, this is not just a face turn. So how to make it animate? Very simple. Just drag your timeline. Let's say from here I move to left, right or left. I don't know why left or right. And this is right. And move it back. Okay, so I have the characters that move the face. Happy? Easy, right? Okay, now I have this video record down. Yesterday I recorded one video, but somehow I don't know why the things cannot work. The face cannot turn or something like that. But now it's very smooth. So I have this video. Wait until I render out this video. You can have this video and put it side by side to your computers and read and learn it. Okay, I think I don't want to show more. I think here is enough already. You're like, wow, getting lost already. Okay, the stat is very important. Okay, just how I do, make a bond layer, only 2 layers of vectors. Okay, draw everything into eyes and face. You can draw the mouth also if you want. Okay, I can add one more mouth layers. Okay, draw everything first. Then only we start to make a bond tool. Okay, trust me, when I first tried on this thing, I encountered a lot of problem. I used nearly 30 minutes to figure out everything. Okay, once you figure out everything is in your mind already. you know what to do already. Okay, so this is the face turn. Okay, now let's stop.